Hey, welcome to the Keep It Real AF podcast. I'm Amy, and I started this podcast because I missed my friends. Life in your 50s isn't always easy, and it can feel like you're doing it all on your own, but you're not. We're here to talk about the things that matter and maybe even have a laugh along the way.
My vote, we start with skincare. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this amazing new product line I just found.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here trying to figure out my next career move and how to find a man. Priorities, right?
Yep, this is what we're about, keeping it real. A little friend time makes everything better. So glad you're here. Can't wait to hang out.
All right. Hey, so welcome back to a what do we call it? It's been so long. I don't even know what we call our podcast. Keep it real AF, right? That's what we're calling it. We are moms in our 50s and we are juggling life and everything else and just try to make it happen and stay healthy and happy. And one of the ways we do that is we use this podcast, I do, to just connect with my friends. And it has been a minute. If you are a first time listener, I'm so glad you're here. I think you're going to want to listen to the past episodes. If you like this, if you're back, please share it with your friends. But we are super happy to have you and want to hear from you too. So let us know what topics you want us to chat about. Make a comment, give us a thumbs up. But we are happy that you're here. And this episode, I was thinking about what we could call this episode. I think we should either call it Momageddon, Maycember. Like, this is May, and the three of us, are working hard at surviving. I think there's a reason that there are hats on. There's a reason that I don't even have time to wash my hair. Maybe not even do that or even dry my hair. This is a crazy season for all of us for various reasons. But the one thing we have in common, we all have children that are graduating. Children that are moving home from college, moving off to different places. And a couple of us are new entrepreneurs with businesses that are trying to get off the ground, and we're surviving. Me by a thread. But I'm here with all of you guys, and I'm just so happy to see your faces because I need a hot minute. I've been super lucky. I have been up to D-Town, up to Detroit on the regular with Papa Joe's. By the way, I'm just going to give a big shout out to Papa Joe's, one of the best markets I've ever seen in my life. It's an amazing market, and they now have healthy AF snacks, and I get to see my friend Stephanie in person, which has been the best part about healthy AF snacks, getting into some markets into Detroit. So hi, Stef. I feel like I just saw you. How are you guys doing? I wasn't enough of me with the tee up. How are you guys doing?
Hey, welcome to the Keep It Real AF podcast. I'm Amy, and I started this podcast because I missed my friends. Life in your 50s isn't always easy, and it can feel like you're doing it all on your own, but you're not. We're here to talk about the things that matter and maybe even have a laugh along the way.
My vote, we start with skincare. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this amazing new product line I just found.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here trying to figure out my next career move and how to find a man. Priorities, right?
Yep, this is what we're about, keeping it real. A little friend time makes everything better. So glad you're here. Can't wait to hang out.
All right. Hey, so welcome back to a what do we call it? It's been so long. I don't even know what we call our podcast. Keep it real AF, right? That's what we're calling it. We are moms in our 50s and we are juggling life and everything else and just try to make it happen and stay healthy and happy. And one of the ways we do that is we use this podcast, I do, to just connect with my friends. And it has been a minute. If you are a first time listener, I'm so glad you're here. I think you're going to want to listen to the past episodes. If you like this, if you're back, please share it with your friends. But we are super happy to have you and want to hear from you too. So let us know what topics you want us to chat about. Make a comment, give us a thumbs up. But we are happy that you're here. And this episode, I was thinking about what we could call this episode. I think we should either call it Momageddon, Maycember. This is May, and the three of us, are working hard at surviving. I think there's a reason that there are hats on. There's a reason that I don't even have time to wash my hair. Maybe not even like do that or even dry my hair. This is a crazy season for all of us for various reasons. But the one thing we have in common, we all have children that are graduating, children that are moving home from college, moving off to different places. And a couple of us are new entrepreneurs with businesses that are trying to get off the ground, and
Hey.
we're surviving. Me by a thread. But I'm here with all of you guys, and I'm just like so happy to see your faces because I like need a hot minute. I've been super lucky. I have been up to D-Town, up to Detroit on the regular with Papa Joe's. By the way, I'm just gonna give a big shout
No.
out to Papa Joe's, one of like the best markets I've ever seen in my life. It's an amazing market, and they now have healthy AF snacks, and I get to see my friend Stephanie in like person, which has been like the best part about healthy AF snacks, getting into some markets into Detroit. So, hi Steph, I feel like I just saw you. How are you guys?
The tea. What's the lowdown?
It has been a little crazy over the last month or so. I have been exploring purchasing a home healthcare franchise and have narrowed it down to one, and really just kind of going all in, balls to the wall. Get this done. And I'm super excited. And we've been talking to franchisees and narrowing down our territory and stuff. So I truly feel that, just based on the job market, that this is where I've been steered to go into this direction. And I'm super excited about it and passionate, especially with my background of my mom having dementia, my dad having Parkinson's. So it really hits at the heartstrings, and I'm super excited about it. No tea to spill when it comes to the love life. I've just been, steering away from that right now and really focusing on a business. But I do have some hair. Got my halo.
Grown quite a bit.
Thing.
Oh.
Oh man, it's a halo. You like my hair? So
Didn't even recognize like that is, your whole look is like drastically different with that. Yeah. So have you worn it out at all?
Yes. Yeah. Was in Florida last weekend. A friend of ours has a house out there, and so the first night I wore it, and I went as my alter ego, Emma. And and was laying it up like it was I'm loving it.
I can't help just bring up something because you said alter ego, just because I'm having like a blast from the past. So, Steph and I don't know if you connected the dots on this, Emily, but when I was just getting into the professional world, that's when I met Steph, and we were not, we were single, and we had fun. And we have a friend, Laura, who the three of us were working and having fun together. And we are a alter ego. Every time she said Emma, I was like, we would have this stick where we would go to the bar, we'd get to the bar, and somebody would inevitably ask us, oh, what are your names? And we would say Michelle, Tamika, and Tanya. Do you know? Yes. And we would no, really ever picked up on that. So I had fun. Those were fun days.
That's awesome.
How are you doing, Steph?
Just, busy. Yeah. I mean, you guys know I was super late to coming to record because, I got an expander, an orthodontic expander, and so he can't eat. And so we're running up smoothies to the school for lunch. And then I ordered today the smoothie from the wrong location, from the wrong tropical smoothie, even though the address was right. It was miles away. So then, it's just, and you go to pick it up, and you realize you ordered it from the wrong location. And then I'm, super irritated because, right, just it's just little things, but it's, it's,
it just all kind of compounds, on top
Yeah.
of just a crazy time of year for sure. So
So I remember, I mean, every May feels crazy, I
yes.
think, for any mom. You're wrapping up school, I forgot. I don't know why I forget, but I forget that like May feels like
Mm-hmm.
December. May feels like that kind of
Mm-hmm.
month. So scale of 1 to 10, how are you guys? Like 10 would be you're feeling awesome. Like I'm talking about in this moment. 0 is you're like, you're like not feeling good at all. Where are you,
Maybe
Steph,
a
on
1.
that spectrum? How about you, Emily?
I am feeling about a 5.
Yeah. Last night I was a 0. Today I'm a 2. So is like other than what you just shared, Steph, like just about the craziness. I mean, is there anything that comes to mind on why it is
I
so
vacillate
low?
between, I have one going away to college. So I have these moments of like extreme happiness for him and planning, the summer and grad parties and all those things. And then I feel extreme sadness, the thought of him leaving and just change in the house and having another one out of the house. And what does that look like? And the whole dynamic changing. And then, my little one is sad because he doesn't want to be an only and he doesn't want, his brothers to be one. So there's just a
Yeah.
lot of, there's happiness, but then there's just a lot of change on the horizon, that I think everybody's, other
Yeah.
than my son who's going away to school, I think that everybody is feeling, a little bit down about. He's happy. He's a 10.
How about you, Em? What's contributing to your like average score?
One is just the stress of, we committed to, Miami University of Oxford. So, so I'm going there too. So it's like, great. It's like committed. And now it's like getting all the finances and all the paperwork and everything that comes along with that. And I do have an only. So having my only leave me, it's only going to be 45 minutes away, but I'm going to be a complete empty nester, which probably comes at a great time with this business because I'm going to be just like crazy busy. But, she's just like, it's going to be, I'm
Oh,
going to be missing her fierce. So
change.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Amy?
It's a lot. Like same. I've got one that's graduating, one that just came home. I mean, there's just a lot of tension in the house and stressful. Getting to the finish line is stressful right now. And one of mine has got some challenges with stress and anxiety. There's like a lot. Like sometimes like throughout the course of a given day, there might be a need or a concern or like a worry. But I think at the heart of it is like I didn't sleep well for a couple days. And when I say I didn't sleep well, like I'm talking like bare minimum. And you have to function. There's no like rest, right? And so like I've been trying to sort of isolate. Like yesterday was a rough, I don't know if you guys ever get to this point, but like and I'm proud of myself. Like I was so tired. When I get tired, I get negative, and like there was like a rain cloud over my head. Like I didn't have the reserves to sort of have the patience that I typically have with myself or people around me, and so I was kind of picking fights and starting things, and which is like making everything worse and just like negative. I get negative when I'm really, really tired. And so I realized that. So I actually said no to an event. I was supposed to be at an event last night and I said no. It was so hard, but I think I'm going to do more of that. Like I'm really bad at saying no. And I was so glad that I did. One, my husband came home from the event and he's like, it sucked. Glad he didn't go. So imagine if I'd gone and the event it was for my healthy AF snacks business. I'm glad that I didn't go because I would have like really been like working on the fumes trying to talk to people. And like, if I had showed up and it sucked, I would have been so mad at him. Like, so, cause he was the one who suggested it. So I'm just really happy that I said no. And I'm reminded at how much of a people pleaser I am and how I need to say no, even to the little tiny things, because it just allowed me to have a few hours where I just decided, and I'm so glad that I shut down. When I say shut down, I was like, I'm putting the phone somewhere. Steph, I binged on The Resident.
Did you love it?
Oh, I'm watching it all weekend
that's
long.
so
I did a
good.
little TV binging and I ordered in. I'm like, I want to eat healthy. I ordered Tzatziki's family meal. We got to eat healthy. Everybody loved it. I said no to making dinner. I haven't put a dinner on the table all week and I was going to feel bad about that. But I was like, no, I'm going to I just listened to myself and I just knew if I get a little bit more sleep, if I just turn the page on a new day. And so, I mean, but my score bumped up a little bit today, but, I don't know. I'm just like, I gotta dig deep here for Momageddon this May and just like do a little bit more of that, just kind of figure out like, what do I say no to? What do I like? I think what it boils down to is we all have to give ourselves a break a little bit more, like just give ourselves some grace. Like, and I mean, I saw Steph and I thought of you because I've had this image in my mind. Her son, Blake, hey, Blake, it's Real AF mom here. He calls me Real AF. He just got the expander and couldn't eat. So it's like bedtime. Like I'm talking, I'd already snoozed on the couch. It's bedtime. And there's Steph making mac and cheese for her son because he couldn't, in my mind, it was midnight. It was probably 10:30. And she's like over the stove. I know she's excited, as tired as I am. He's over the stove. And I was one of the first people up. And I woke up and that whole darn mac and cheese was still there. Like he probably had. But in case you need to hear this, you both are amazing moms. You're amazing. You're an amazing mom and you're doing the best you can.
Well, same goes for you. Same goes for you. Yeah, you walked into an extremely, and that's the nice thing about having close friends, that you were walking into complete chaos. And, at one moment I think you used the boys' bathroom and I was like, there's probably pee all over the seats. Like I hadn't even considered the bathroom until you had spent the night and were likely leaving the next day. And like, God only knows what was going on in that bathroom. So yeah.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
No.
This is keep it real. No, I just have to tell you something funny. I didn't want to, Tara. I didn't want to bother you.
God.
I didn't have a towel. I didn't have a towel. So I kept using toilet paper to dry.
Oh my God.
But I was cool. I was like, I can deal. I actually thought to myself, I'm like, oh my God, this is like not drying my skin out.
God. Well, I'm going to have to show you where the linen closet is next time so you can just self-service.
Yes.
I did take I did remove all of the towels so I could wash them. I just think they were sitting in the washer. They never made it out of the dryer. They were clean, just never made it out of the dryer.
I don't know about you guys, but like we just need there's no hack here, okay? There's no the top 10, top 5. Like if you are at all experiencing this and you're listening to it, you just need to let the air out. You just need to just have a minute with a friend, to just release the valve because it just gives you some perspective like that. So your chaos was refreshing. First of all, it isn't my chaos. It was nice to see your chaos. And it was just like, you have it too. And I was like, oh, okay. Don't you guys think this is the whole reason why we started this. You have to, if you can feel like someone can relate with you, it helps.
Yeah.
Whoever your person is. But anyway.
Well, sorry about that. Make sure you've got noted.
There could have been, honestly, there could have, it could have been worse. I could have not had toilet paper.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. It could have been worse, but you gave me a bed. I could have been in a hotel.
That was clean.
We had
that was clean.
Yes. And she put a meal on the table, and it was like.
But here's the so for additional perspective, as Amy was getting ready to settle in,
my son who's graduating is in the middle of water wars. So there's a lot of water guns around our house. And my two kids decided to have like a water gun fight amongst each other. And then one thought it would be funny to squirt the other one's bed with the squirt gun, not realizing that it was where Amy was going to be sleeping. So Amy, right before you walked in, I was literally shoving the comforter into the dryer because it was soaking wet, because one decided it would be so funny to soak his little brother's bed. So yeah, it was a day. So you got to dry bed. You
but I
gotta
got
dry
to.
bed.
It was
Just
nice.
that.
I had that. You had some wine. I had dinner. I just like I got to like show up somewhere. You know how awesome that is when you get to show up somewhere. So. And how about you? Like, what are you thinking? Like, how are you going to navigate these next couple weeks and hopefully go from a 5 on up?
So next month will be the signing of the franchise agreement. So I'll be traveling out of town to get that done. I have some concerts on the books. Ava's graduating.
Nice.
We there's, we have our orientation. Like over these next 2 months, it is going to be like complete craziness. But it's okay. I operate pretty good and just like being busy and just getting stuff done. So it is all good. So I am looking forward to it. But it is great to know that we have friends amongst us that are going through the same damn thing.
Yeah.
And I know that there are moms that are listening that are like, thank you, I'm going through it. Like, what are some ways to manage some of the stress of just really getting through it? Of, whether it's late night calls or a text or of, hey, I'm a zero, help me out of my hole,
Yeah. I mean, we need a code. Like if there's a code, whatever the code might be, like an SOS, like we can send a funny meme. But when I was thinking about, because I was like, again, I was so happy because I was like really not feeling great at all last night. And I kept thinking to myself, just stop thinking, just go, like, just know you need to like shut down. But when I thought about it this morning, I was like, well, no wonder why. Like the 3 things that really keep me grounded are sleep, my faith, and my fun. No sleep. I've skipped like the things that I haven't been able to go to Crossroads, our church. And I have had like, with the exception of like a moment with you, Steph, I really haven't had like, I've been working on the weekends. I just haven't had the balance. But I was like, oh, well, so I'm going all in on my sleep. I'm going to just make sure that if other things have to go, that I'm like, I really work hard at doing the things I know and my kind of my sleep protocols, my sleep regimen.
Awesome.
I can go from a 0 to a 10 real quick if I have some good sleep.
Awesome.
I know. Anything else, guys? I know we had it. This is like a quick check-in, but anything else?
No, I'm just excited for, our kids to take that next step and, be out and about. And it's going to be awesome. And happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, if you have two moms to keep an eye out for.
I know, I'm
for
sending them
yours.
down to your neck
you
of the
got
woods.
reinforcements. Yeah, so moms, take good care of yourself. I think I'm going to leave, it is part of like one of the parting gifts. I think I'm going to leave for our listeners, one of my favorite Mother's Day recipes in the link. It's my mom's crab quiche. I make it every Mother's Day, and
so good.
it's simple, it's healthy-ish, and it's so good. So I'll leave that as a little parting gift. Awesome, ladies. Well, you guys take care.
Awesome.
Bye. Have a good one.
Happy Mother's Day. See you guys.
Thanks for joining. Share this with your friends. We'll see you next time.